What happens when the fantasy ends? For years, the adult entertainment industry has sold viewers an escape. Beautiful women, fast money, luxury, freedom. But behind the cameras, some stories don't end when the lights go off. Sometimes they become nightmares. Tonight's story isn't just about a former adult film star, it's about less. A shocking family secret, a relationship so twisted it stunned even seasoned detectives, and a murder so brutal that nearly 3 years later, one crucial piece of the victim has never been found. This is the case of former porn actress Devyn Michaels and the horrific murder of Johnathan Willette. By all appearances, Devyn Michaels had reinvented herself. Known in the adult industry under names like Nikki Fairchild and Tracy Tavares, she eventually left pornography behind, built a career as a realtor, and tried to begin a new chapter. But investigators would later argue her past wasn't the problem. Her personal life was. Because hidden behind the closed doors was one of the most bizarre relationship webs imaginable. Johnathan Willette, the father of her 2 daughters, had once been her husband. But by the summer of 2023, she wasn't living with Johnathan anymore. She was living with and married to Jonathan's own adult son, Devyn Willette. Yes, you heard that correctly. A relationship that would become central to one of Nevada's most disturbing murder investigations. It's August 7th, and everything is changing. And according to the prosecutors, Johnathan was preparing to move back into the Henderson home. But investigators believe someone didn't want that to happen. Police say Johnathan was attacked inside the residence. He was allegedly bludgeoned to death. Then, his body was decapitated, and authorities would later describe attempts to chemically damage the body, apparently to destroy evidence. Even today, police have never recovered Jonathan's head, and the murder weapon has never been found. Imagine being investigators, no head, no weapon, and a gruesome crime scene, and a family whose relationships seemed almost impossible to explain. Now, just 8 days later, Henderson police arrested Devyn Michaels. Detectives believed they had their killer, and according to prosecutors, the motive wasn't money. It wasn't revenge. It was lifestyle. Investigators argued that Michaels feared Johnathan moving back into the home would destroy the life that she has built with his son. A motive almost too unbelievable to be real. Now, here's a shocking courtroom twist. The case took another unexpected turn. Rather than face trial, Michaels accepted a plea agreement. She pled guilty to second-degree murder. In exchange, she would become eligible for parole after 15 years. It looked like the case was over until the day she had to stand before the judge. And Michaels apologized. And then, almost immediately, she proclaimed that she was innocent. The courtroom erupted. The plea deal unraveled, and suddenly everything was back on the table. A jury trial was ordered. Now, during the trial, when it did begin, the prosecutors painted a chilling picture. A woman determined to protect the life she's built, no matter the cost. Meanwhile, the defense pointed elsewhere. Michael's attorney suggested another suspect, her husband, Devyn Willette, who is Jonathan's son. The defense argued investigators had focused too quickly on Michaels. But after hearing weeks of testimony, the jury wasn't convinced. They found Devyn Michaels guilty of first-degree murder with the use of a deadly weapon. During the time that she stood before the judge, the courtroom became emotional. Jonathan's family described how the death devastated everyone, but especially his 2 daughters. His father and stepmother explained they had suddenly become the girls' primary caregivers, helping them navigate unimaginable trauma, counseling, court proceedings, and life without either parent. Judge Terry Jones said her greatest concern was the children. Though no fault of their own, they had lost everything. Their father was dead. Their mother was headed to prison. She sentenced Devyn Michaels to 20 years to life for murder, plus an additional 8 years for the deadly weapon enhancement, meaning she received a total sentence of 28 years to life in prison. There are still questions that may never be answered. Where is Johnathan Willette's head? And where is the murder weapon? I'm your host, Lisa. Please hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and take care.